Lord, KL, you better be so glad I love you and you my good bruh. And I'm gonna do this show because I'm tired. Like I done did about what a tea talk and a meet the cast. Then I did the come up, and now I'm doing Fashionaires. Only for you, KL. I love you down, and I want to support your brand. And people watch the review, and I hope that helps brings people to your little machine that you got going on around there. So this is Fashionaires of Atlanta, season 2, episode 4. Move like a snake. Now I thought we was on episode 3 because I thought I did episode 2 last week, but for some reason it's saying episode 4. So that's just what I got, KL. So anyway, because it's a lot to talk about. So the episode starts with Asia was asking about what Natasha was trying to sell for Amazon. Like what product was she trying to put through to Amazon? And they throw hard ass shade at Natasha, basically saying that she's not a cast member. Now normally, KL, I'll be like, y'all were wrong as hell. Wrong as two left shoes for sitting up there reading that girl, letting us know the obvious, that she's not a main cast member. But KL, I'm gonna let you have it because I don't like that sleuth foot ass bitch named Natasha. I no longer see it for her. I tried to could, but I can't, and we gonna get down to why in a minute. So KL feels like Nico isn't coming because Shay was coming, and he really doesn't want to go head to head with her. They're both just running from each other at this point, and I had to agree. Like I think that's the only reason why he was so gung-ho about trying to do this whole modeling, whatever, critiquing or whatever thing with Drew, is because he knew that he talked cold cash shit about a woman that he absolutely knows nothing about, and he just didn't want to face that. He didn't want to face that. Now, he don't mind putting his face to the plate, which he needs to push back from the table just a little bit. But he wants to keep up a whole bunch of controversy, drama, and mess between these women. And that's just the original punk thing to do. Just keep up mess and drama with women. And I'm just not here for it. Cece says it's a good thing that Nico didn't come because there wouldn't be any space in the van. And then Shay Rebut says that he doesn't fit anywhere. And I cackled and kikied at that. And Shay, I'm right along with you. That meatball ain't gonna fit nowhere, honey. Y'all could have put me back there and had more space to her. As I sip. So, Jay says he's heard a lot about Shay, hearing that she once bought some shoes from Payless, then tried to sell them as her own. Jay, I appreciate you for following me on Instagram. You made a comment and said that you don't want to get read. Well, the best thing to do to not get read by me is to not play or buy into what the hell Nico got going on. I'm more than sure you heard that from Nico. That was some secondhand bull crap that you heard from Nico, and I'm really glad that you did not repeat it down to that car. You understand me? Listen, I tell everybody, you can't trust somebody with a mouth like his. He looks like he was sucking on boulders for half of his damn life, which is why the top of his mouth is shaped like a damn rainbow. You hear me? Don't go around repeating what you heard from Nico, especially when he used to be a scheming ass scammer, a lisping, spitting, stuttering, scheming ass scammer back in the damn day. You don't even need to be fooled up with him, Jay, and that's just some grown lady womanly advice to you. Because for what it's worth, Jay, I like you a lot. I think you're very handsome. You're very charismatic. I think unlike Nico, you actually have something going on, and how you graduated top of your class from hair school, and you know what couture is, and this, that, and this. Like, you gave Jordan a nasty piece of read on the way there. So I like you a lot. Keep it that way, though. Shay apologizes to Kael for missing his tasting, saying that she was part of a major campaign, and then Natasha tells her congratulations, but they aren't but they aren't major. And Shay wasn't feeling that comment in her confessional at all. Don't worry, Shay. I won't feeling what she said either. But speaking of confessionals, it is very obvious that you're reading off of the cue card, Shay. And I'm going to need for you to like go to Tyler Perry's studio since y'all in Atlanta and see if he can help you out on some acting classes or whatever the case may be. Because it's very obvious that you're reading from a cue card, a teleprompter, your cell phone, something. Like something about when you talk in your confessional is very mechanical. You know what I mean? And I just want you to fix that a little bit. But I ain't going to give you much shade because I like Shay a lot. I really do. She seems like she a no-nonsense woman and she's about her business. I rock with Shay. They talk about Drew and what happened down to Kael's house party. Natasha says that he knew that it was going to be a fashionable affair. And he decides to stroll into the party with a $4.95 t-shirt on that he got from Route 21. And Jay reads her into the confessionals. And I forgot all about that, Jay. You read the hell out of Natasha too, and I was all here for it. Like, that's the whole reason why I don't like Natasha and why I don't see it for Natasha. Like, she has this real nice, nasty Christian mother of the church type thing with her, and I just can't rock with it, especially being of a woman of your years. It's just like he said, you sitting here 40-some years old, but I'm I honestly felt like her and Mav are the same damn age, and you sitting up here running down on a 21-year-old boy like that, much like they said in the car. He's young. Shit that you know and shit that you would do, he may not do or may not know because he's young. And I'm going to tell you something else. Just because something is name brand or chic or couture don't mean that it's cute. Just because it costs over $100 don't mean that it's cute. Because I have seen people go to Forever 21 and dress way better and pour more bitches and dudes in Forever 21 fashions than the homegirl that come up in there coutured all down and she don't get nothing but maybe a drink that the bartender was nice enough to let her have because he felt so sorry for her ass. Like, y'all need to get up out of that. Like, Natasha is on my shit list. I don't see it for her, nor do I see it for lisping, spitting, stuttering ass Nico. Mav, you safe. Because you wasn't a part of this episode. You safe. You're not on my shit list this week. Kael feels like Natasha is instigating everything and is moving like a snake. And I have to absolutely agree with you again, Kael. She is. I'm glad that you picked that up. She is completely snaking in the grass and around here. And I'm just not feeling her. I don't see it for her. I just don't. So Kael tells Shay what Nico had to say about her down to his tasting. Shay says that he knows of her but doesn't know her personally, but he does follow her on Instagram, and she doesn't know him either. I like the way Shay handled that situation. Like, yeah, she gave him a little light. She honestly really could have given him more, but she just chose not to, and I get it. She ain't got no time to be dealing with a troglodyte like him, honey. Like, she ain't got no time, and I'm with her. I'm not arguing with somebody whose teeth is curved like a rainbow to the top. I'm not about to do that. And I was with her. Keep doing that. I get paid to read him, girl. You let me read him. Natasha feels like her and Nico needs to have a sit down to get to the bottom of what's going on. And Shay tells her to set it up. Shay, you don't want Natasha to set nothing up for you. Okay, Natasha couldn't even set me up with an Uber, let alone sitting around here trying to set me up with somebody that I have problems with, that I'm more than sure she's clearly going to have problems with everybody else in the group down the line because she's messy. You don't want her setting nothing up. You don't. I much rather you go to Nico, be on your grown woman, go to Nico yourself and say, listen, fat fuck, I need to have a conversation with you. Sit down. Anyway, so Yolanda is at home making a dress out of neckties with help from her bestie, Lulu. And she starts talking about Nico. And Lulu gives her some good advice about how to handle Nico. And I had to agree with Lulu 1010%. And is it me, or did anybody catch the shade when Yolanda basically confirmed what Nico already told us about himself last episode? that he was a scammer, because she basically said she paid him free money for services that he couldn't even offer. But you sitting up here trying to read somebody. Whatever, Nico. So Drew is having casting calls for models for his online business, Drew Teak. And he invites Jordan and Nico to come and support. Jordan never shows up, but Nico does come to help him find the right models. Nico critiques the girls out loud, and Drew feels like he was hurting the girl feelings. He says that he said some negative, he says that he said some negative things himself, but he didn't say it to the girls. He said it amongst him, his best friend, Angel. I believe it was his best friend, Angel, and Nico. Nico decides that he wants to leave. Listen, I feel two types of ways about this. And listen, this is probably the one and only time I'm going to halfway be on that rolling ass meatball side. But whenever I watched America's Next Top Models, they critique them girls good, bad, and the ugly in front of them and everybody else. I mean, it is a critique. Fashion, modeling, it's a cutthroat industry. I mean, everything isn't going to always be said the way you want it to be said. And sometimes it does hurt, but it's not to hurt or be mean. It's just to get you to, do your craft a little bit better. So with that, I was kind of with Nico on, but at the same time, I do understand how Drew feels too. It's like at the end of the day, like these aren't top-notch America's Next Top Model type of people, you know what I'm saying? These girls I found on Craigslist. These is girls I went to high school with. These are little around the way fillets that want to do a little something to have something to do, for one night or whatever. So it really won't no need for you to be so gruff with what it was that you was trying to say. Like, you could still critique somebody and give the truth, but not be so harsh with it. Like, I totally understood where both sides were coming from, and I am glad that Nico decided to roll his big ass on about the dough. So, getting back to the whole car thing with them on their way trucking it to Amazon. They got there late, and they had to wait a whole 3 hours for another meeting to start. So in the meantime, in between time, they seemed to find some type of whiskey distillery where they went and got lit, bitch. And then because they went and got lit, they got late. Running late, basically. But they got there in time. But this is what I mean by Natasha not really being on her business. Girl, that won't no damn meeting there. Like, it won't nobody sitting up trying to talk about big bucks like you had them thinking. Girl, to let everybody tell her, it won't nothing but a tour of the damn factory. I mean, if you consider that a meeting or in helping everybody do this or do that, I mean, I guess. Anyway, Natasha brings up another issue with somebody named, was it Kesha? Kesha, Cashew, whatever the hell the girl name is. I don't know. And Kael now has an issue with her. And that was basically the end of the episode. Yeah, I don't like Natasha. I don't like Natasha. Like I said, she has this whole, first lady, nice, nasty thing about her. Like, I don't like how she don't mind running down on other people and what issues she have with them in front of the group. Like, I feel like not everything has to be a group situation. Now you done got KL's pressure all up, and now he done got upset with the damn girl. Like, I agree with what Shay is saying. Like, if she's supposed to be your friend and she called you, that was not a group situation or something that you needed to say in front of the group. That wasn't even anything that you had to tell KL. You really could have just kept that to yourself. Now you have other people in the mix that now they can feel fancy themselves to just add in and put in simply because you've now opened that door. Like, I don't like her. I do not like Natasha. I tried to Cam, but I can't. I don't like her. Throw her back. Wherever y'all exhumed her from, re-dig up the dirt, throw her and Nico's big ass on top of her in it. Fill it up. Put the headstone back on it because they dead. They late. delayed, tied and through. Period. But that's all I got for you, y'all. Y'all jump down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow for the season finale of Marriage Boot Camp. And yeah, that's all y'all can get out of me until Saturday, until Love and Marriage Huntsville comes on. So I'll let y'all later. Bye.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.